Alright guys, so today we are talking about the tools needed to make your millions. Right. Congratulations if you are taking this training. You have begun a very good journey that you will not regret. Alright guys, we have talked about the structure of the Nigerian real estate system. And for you that is coming into this Nigerian real estate system, how do you benefit from this? If you're going to come in as a realtor or someone that sells properties, then there are some tools that you need so that you will get results. The first thing you need to do is that you need to arise, you need to wake up, you need to make up your mind that this is what I want to do, right? Then the next tool you need is your mouth. Brian Tracy once said that the job of a marketer or the job of a salesperson is one, to look for leads, two, qualify these leads, three, make a presentation, four, close the sale. Right, so now what we are going to do for you now is to teach you how to go through these four processes, right? So from now henceforth, we're going to train you on how you can get the right people, make a presentation to them, that is, show them your land, show them your building, show them whatever, and get them to put their money on the ground. Right, so the second thing you need is your mouth. You need your mouth to talk to people. You need your mouth to prospect. You need your mouth to tell people about a property. You need your mouth to sell your land or your building. Next is your phone. You need a device because we are in a digital age, and you need your phone, one, to take pictures, to make videos, to post online, also to receive your alert. Oh yes, you need your phones. Next, you need your hands. They say whatever a man's hand finds to do, let him do well. You need your hands to be on deck to make this money. Number five, you need your feet. This is a business where you need to move around. You might need to go for inspections. You might need to take your clients to different sites. You might need to move around. You would need to at some point. So you need these tools. And guess what? The last thing you need, which is the most important of them, is a sales process. What is a sales process?
A sales process is a series of strategic steps that a salesperson or organization takes in order to convert a potential customer into a paying customer. Take note, it is a series of strategic steps that a salesperson or organization takes to convert a potential customer into a paying client. A wise man once said that your job as a salesperson or as a realtor is to seek and make new contacts, then convert these contacts into paying customers. So you convert your friends, your families, your contacts, your acquaintances into paying customers. How do we do this? The sales process is a structured approach to selling that helps sales teams navigate the customer buying journey. We do this by building relationships and ultimately closing sales. Right. So it's so important in this quest of selling properties. As we sell these properties, it's not just about selling. We build relationships and help your prospects. So what are the components of a sales process? Number one is prospecting. Two is building rapport. When you have seen someone, either you meet them or you have their contacts or they're on social media, when you see them, the next thing is you build a rapport. Then you ask and identify their needs accurately. When you ask and identify their needs, you are able to know, okay, this is what this person wants at a particular point in time. If this person is ready for a property, does this person want to invest? What does he want to invest? Where is his interest? When you do that, you can make them a presentation where you show them, based on your interest, this and this and this property are what I think you might be interested in. Then when they have objections, whether the property is safe and all, you answer their objections. So the aim of your presentation is not just to show them your products, but to answer the objections. Then you close the sale. After you close the sale, then you now get resale and referrals. Remember, referrals is the soul of this business. Alright, so let's take them one by one. What is prospecting? Prospecting is the process of searching for and identifying potential customers or prospects who may be interested in purchasing a product or service. Here, our product or service is lands and buildings. So again, it involves researching, identifying them, qualifying them, and engaging with potential buyers to determine their needs, their interests, purchasing power, or potential. What are the common prospecting techniques? Number one, we have leveraging on existing relationships. Now, for us to sell properties and get results, you have to start with your contacts. Start with your friends, acquaintances, co-workers, and prove to them that you are someone that is trustworthy. Prove to them that you are someone that knows what he is doing and you're serious about this business and you are doing a legitimate business. So you start from your contact list, begin to share on your platforms, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Start from your contacts. Let them begin to know you as someone that does this. So when they begin to know you as someone that does this, you are indirectly prospecting to them. I tell you, when you begin to do this, you are indirectly prospecting to them. You are showing them what to do. It is just a matter of time. One day, they will reach out to you that, hey, I see that you are doing so and so thing. I have someone that might be interested, or I am interested. Yes, you cannot overemphasize the importance of you posting. You have to post on your WhatsApp, Facebook, or any of your social media platforms and tell your friends that I do this. Let them be aware of what you do. The next is cold calling. Now, if you have people that you can call on phone and share with them what you do, tell them, hey, we have a property in so and so location. Hey, we have a property in so and so location, and it will benefit you, and it will be a great investment for you. You call them on phone. The next is networking. When you go to social gatherings, you connect with people. You connect with friends. You connect with people. You must be in the business of connecting with other people. Get their contacts, connect with them, share their contacts. As time goes on, you begin to build a relationship with them. Then you can convert a stranger into a potential customer. The next is utilize social media. Use the social media platforms. Use them. The next prospecting technique is building a rapport. Building a rapport is the process of establishing a positive and supportive relationship with someone, often a customer, client, or colleague. Get to know your client, or when you meet people for the first time, establish a relationship, build a rapport, and get to know them. So how do you build a rapport? You can build a rapport with true verbal communication, actively listening to people, pay attention to what your prospects are saying, both verbally and non-verbally. When you tell someone that, hey, I am so and so, I sell properties, I sell land, pay attention to what they are saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Make eye contact and show empathy. Use open-ended questions. Allow them share their thoughts and feelings. So you ask them, if you were to invest in real estate, what kind of property would you love to invest, and how much are you willing to invest? Ask such questions and hear that reply. When you give that reply, you can use that to qualify them. Now, next is you must be positive and friendly. A warm smile, positive body language, and a friendly tone will go a long way in making someone feel comfortable and at ease. Avoid negative or critical language, especially now that you are starting your real estate journey. Use positive language, be polite, positive, and supportive. You will appreciate this as time goes on in this training and when you begin to practice this. Now, this is not just a theoretical class, it's practical. So learn to adjust. As you learn them, adjust in every way you need to adjust. So what is non-verbal communication? In non-verbal communication, you maintain eye contact. When you see someone that you're interested in, you maintain eye contact, engage in their conversation, use positive body language, ensure your gestures are open and approachable. Example, standing up straight, uncross your arms, smile. Genuine smile can ease tension. For example, if you are going for street marketing and you meet someone in a plaza or anywhere, you have to smile to capture their attention. Smile, it will ease tension and it will make people be comfortable when they are around you. So when you're approaching a stranger and you want to market your property or your land to them, you have to give them something that will make them be attracted to you. Smile. Then reflect on the other person's body language. When you see someone, you should be able to in split seconds tell how this person behaves or have an idea as to the person's personality so that you can be in sync with the person and know the best way to bring your product or to enter the person and establish a contact first. The next thing is on how to build a rapport is finding a common ground. You must, as you're discussing with people, find a common ground. As you're discussing with them, you know their interest, find out about their interest. Are they interested in sports, politics? Find out. Talk. Are you an Arsenal fan? Are you a man? You can talk. And from there, you begin to know, by the way, what you are doing, you are trying to build a rapport. Yes, you are trying to build a rapport, by the way. So you ask about what they do, ask about their hobbies, ask about, know what this person does. Then Know what this person does. That is a way you can enter this person and you can establish a contact. You can use humor also. Like a joke, will do no harm. Then the whole aim, the reason you're doing it is so that you can establish a contact, then establish a relationship. But while establishing that relationship, your aim is to build trust, right? For someone to bring out 20 million naira or 30 million naira or 1 million naira to buy a property, he must have some level of trust in you. So be authentic. Do not try to be someone you're not. Be real. Follow through your commitments. Show that you are a reliable and dependable person. Keep appointments. Keep to time and keep to your words. Keep to time and as much as possible keep to your words. When you tell someone the property is 8 million, then that should be the property. Not that the company is selling a property for 8 million. You're telling somebody it's 10 million. You are being dubious. We don't do that here. In real estate, try as much as possible to keep to your words. Now, be transparent, be open and honest in your communication. Be transparent, be open and honest in your communication. If a property has a deed and registered survey, tell the prospect that it has a deed and registered survey. Don't say what you don't know. It's better to say that, sir, please, I will clarify and I will get back to you, than just agreeing. Because you're trying to make a sale, you say what is not correct, or you begin to do shady things because you want to close it. No, be transparent. Alright, you have to be sensitive, show respect, and be aware of people's cultural differences. So when you're done with building a rapport, you've met someone for the first time, or you met them during marketing, you met them in the mall, you met them somewhere, or you met them on the plane. When you're done building a rapport, the next is client profiling or categorization. Although part of this was done during the building of rapport, but properly, you can do what we call client profiling.
Dr. Stephen Akintayo always says that men are in sizes, life is in phases. With emphasis on the second part, men are in sizes. So when we talk about client profiling, we're talking about knowing this man. What kind of deal can he take? What can this man invest? To what level can this my client invest, right? So when you talk to somebody, when you talk to people, or when you meet prospects, you are able to tell them from their conversations, you can have an idea, what can they afford now, what can they do in the future, what are they hoping to do in the future, right? So client profiling refers to the process of gathering and analyzing information about a potential client's needs, preferences, and characteristics. You are gathering information about their needs, their preferences, and characteristics. Why? To better understand their requirements and provide tailored service. You must be like a sniper, very accurate and very pinpoint in your marketing. When a customer or when a prospect has the capacity to do a property of 100 million, or has a certain kind of property he loves, your job is to find out what he loves and give him that, show him more of that. So what are the components of client profiling? Number one, in client profiling, we identify clients' needs and goals. What does the client want to buy? What is motivating him to buy? What is his budget? Does he want to do land banking or land flipping? Or does he just want to buy a building? What kind of building does he want to buy? Is it a duplex? Is it a 4-bedroom duplex? Where does he want his building? Do you understand? So in client profiling, you are trying to discuss with the client to know what exactly he wants to buy and know how to serve your customer. The second thing you are doing in client profiling is that you are finding out the client's capacity, financial capacity. Men are in sizes. What can they afford? This person I'm talking to today, as it stands now, what can he afford? Okay, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, if what he's expecting comes, what can he afford? From the way people speak, you can tell the kind of properties they're looking for, and you can tell their budgets. You can tell how much they're willing to part for a property. Then you want to ask yourself, has this client ever bought a property before? When someone has bought a property before, there's a higher chance that they will buy again. And people that have bought before, they seem to be easier convinced. You easily convince them, because for them to have bought, there's certain obstacles that they have overcome, right? There's certain mindsets that they have overcome, and they will have an idea on how properties are sold and some of the rules guiding property sales and management, right? So they will have some idea. Compared to someone that has not bought a property before, they are more scared. Some of them might be more scared. The ones that are newbies might be more scared. They might be having more trust issues. They might not know how to verify a property. That is where when you know that this person has not bought before, you can educate them, teach them, right? So what are the benefits of profiling? Number one is a personalized service. When you profile a customer properly, you will know how to tailor your information to this person. If this person needs to be educated more first, because not everybody that wants to buy a property actually needs to buy a property at that moment. Some persons need to be educated about investing, right? That's why you as a realtor, you have to know the market, understand the trends, and educate them properly. Like I always say, having money is not enough to invest in real estate. Yes, people think that when they have money they are good to go in investing. No, some of the things we tell clients is this: the fact that someone has money does not mean that the person is fit to invest in the real estate market. The number one thing a client needs is information. You have to educate the client on the market. You have to educate the client on the market, educate him on the various trends, educate him where does he want to invest in, where are the likely places, where are the nice places to invest in, where will he get higher returns, because the real estate space in different locations are slightly different. The benefits or the profits and the challenges are different. So the first thing that somebody needs is not just money. You don't just need money, you need information. That is your job. So as you are trying to get information about this client, you also know where and where to educate the client. This is one of the benefits of client profiling. So it helps us focus on properties that match client's profile and enhances customer satisfaction. After profiling, what next? When you have successfully profiled a client or a prospective client, what you now do is make a presentation. Here you will display the available properties based on what you have gotten from your profiling, based on what you have gotten, information you have gotten from the person. You will know which one to show this person. So how to present a property to a prospect? Number one, profile the prospect, which you have done. Two, research properties that matches the client's needs. So from your profiling, you will know that what and where is best for this client to invest in. So gather information about the properties, the titles, the location, the prices, the payment plan, and discuss everything with your client. It is very important that you know the title of the property you're sharing. Not to worry, later in this training we're going to teach you on different land titles and property titles in Nigeria and how to navigate them, how to understand the implication of a particular title, the location, the price, and the payment plan. Try as much as possible to show your client, tell them all the payments that are involved in this property. Do you understand? Some properties might just come, you pay for the land, then you pay some additional fees such as developmental fee, plot demarcation fee, and all those things. We'll talk about this when we talk about subscription forms much later in the training. So later in the training, we're going to walk you through the things people need to know about the payment plans, right? We'll talk about that much later in the training. Then the next thing is you will get videos, photos, or if possible the plan of the property and share to the client, right? So if you have different properties that fit client specification, then compare them, highlight the differences, similarities, and give the selling points. So no two properties are the same. All right, guys, so when you have properly spoken to the client and understood what the client wants, then you present your different properties. When you present them, you tell them, look at this one, look at this one will fit your budget more, this one will not fit your budget more. And when you have done that, you'll be able to help the client make an informed decision. Then encourage feedback from your prospect. Encourage feedback. Why are you getting feedback? The power of feedback is so that you can get what we call objections. Everybody has objections. Objections are concerns, questions, or hesitations expressed by prospects that can prevent them from moving forward with the purchasing of the property, right? So anything that will make them not to buy is an objection. You want to find out why is this person not buying, or why will he not buy? One of the commonest objections you can get is price objection. Hey, someone will tell you, the price is too high, I cannot afford it, I don't want to pay that much for a property, this property costs, do you understand, land in that area is cheaper than that now, why are you selling this price, or this house is not worth this price. So you have to find out as you're discussing with the client and the client gives you their feedback. From the feedback you will know the objections, right? So if the person is having a problem with the pricing, or his budget cannot fit, or he feels he can get the property cheaper, you listen to him as he's talking, right? The next objection is location objection. The person might say, okay, this area that you have land, I don't like this area, I prefer this other area. So what you now do is you find out, okay, if the area that he wants or he prefers, you have a property there, you show him. But if you know that the area he wants is not going to profit him, or you feel that this one that you're presenting to the client is a much superior place than that one, you give them your reasons, right? You speak to them. Now, one of the commonest objections you will get from clients is when you take them to a certain site, they will say that this place is not developed, this place is bush, this place is this. What you will tell them is this. Now, Imagine that everything you're asking for, the road network, the power supply, and everything is made available in this place. Looking at the features of this place, what do you think the land will be worth? Right. Help your clients to look at any land you show them with a futuristic eye. Let them not look at what is happening at the moment there. That is how we have seen people lose great deals, great businesses, great land investment opportunities because they were looking by sight. If you judge properties investing by sight, you might make mistake. Guide them with the numbers, guide them with your projections, guide them with the patterns, guide them with the industry numbers. Help them make the informed decision. Have took a client to a particular property some months ago. This place had not tarred the road. This place was behind Asaba Airport. This is 2025 June. There's a road that was constructed by the Delta State government that leads Okpanam City Gate to Ibuzo town. The property I showed this client was along that road. It was selling for 5 million then, but when we went there, the road was not tarred. So the clients look at the place and said, I beg you, this road is bad. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Guess what? 3 months later, the government tarred that road. That same land was selling for 30 million in less than 1 year, from 5 million to 30 million. But this client didn't buy. Why? Because he was looking, say they no get road, the place is bad, the road is. But if she had looked to that place with a futuristic eye, she would have keyed in. I tried to convince her, but she was like, no, 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 no. That is why you have to educate your client first before taking them to site. Educate them properly. An educated client is a more powerful client. An uneducated client, even with his money, will make some mistakes on investing. Right. When we say hidden charges, there's nothing like hidden charges. Are there hidden charges? Are there charges that your client needs to be aware of? Any charge at all, anything at all that your client needs to know, tell them. If the estate needs developmental fee, tell them the developmental fee ahead. Tell them everything. Someone that will invest. Some of these fees do not need to be paid immediately. So you communicate properly with your client. That is why you have to read the subscription forms yourself. Understand the subscription forms as regards payment. Whether there are any additional charges. Right, as we go further, I will take you to subscription forms in properties. Then you know how to navigate through the subscription forms. You know how to read them, understand them, and not to properly communicate them to your client. Because if you do not communicate them to your client, most clients don't read subscription forms. When you send them subscription forms, all this information about other charges are there, but most times they don't read it. So when you're not telling them that, okay, you're supposed to pay some amount of money, they will say, no, you don't tell me before. You didn't tell me about this, but it was in the subscription form that they signed. So you have to highlight the subscription form, highlight these charges, and send to them. Another objection that a client might have problems with the company. He said, I've heard a lot about this company, I've heard a lot about these people, you people are not reliable, you people are this, you people are that, or someone has had bad experiences from the company. When they say this, you know how to educate them. Educate them and tell them, look, yes, you might have heard this about this, but this is the reason why you should buy. We are a reliable company. We are this, we are that, we are that. Then it's not about talking. You have to prove to your client, right? So when you have a client, don't try to get 100 clients. When you get one, satisfy that one first. Ensure that everything that the client pays for is done. It will spread with word of mouth, right? When you can deliver one to your client, deliver everything to your client, the documents, the allocation. When you can deliver that to your client, they will trust you. Once they trust you, they'll begin to tell their friends, right? So when someone says he has bad experience with a company, do not feel bad, or has bad experience with in real estate. Many persons have bad experiences in real estate. Maybe they've invested somewhere, they stole their money, or they invested with a property and someone jilted them, or somebody took money from them and promised to buy them a property but didn't buy any property. So a lot of Nigerians, a lot of persons have had bad experiences in real estate, right? So as you're going there, you have to ensure that you don't become someone that gives them bad experiences, right? So reassure them and work with reliable companies. We're going to show you some companies that you're going to work with later in this training, right? I'm going to show you some companies that you can partner with to deliver this customer-centric experience to your clients much later in this training, right? So stay with us. Next thing is timing objections. Someone tells you, I'm not ready to buy now, I'm not sure this is the right time to buy. The best time to buy is when you think about the property and you have the money and you have the resources and you are seeing the place. Any client that follows you to see a property can buy. So when they come and they start giving you objections, tactically deflate their objections. So listen attentively, understand their concerns and address them. Provide adequate information and insights to help your prospect make informed decisions. Then offer alternative solutions or options that can address their problem. If someone comes and says that, look, I would love to invest, but this, look for a tactical way to go about this. We're going to talk more about objections as we go through this training. You understand that. But ultimately, you must build trust. It is trust that will keep you going in real estate. When you sell a property and you cannot deliver to your client, that's a bad reputation on your part, and referrals will not come. If you treat one client right, one client can give you 100 clients. But when you treat them badly, bad news spreads faster than good news. They're going to talk to people. They're going to go on social media. They're going to go on all these platforms and go and talk ill about you and your company. And once a client is saying bad about your company, remember, bad news spreads faster than good news. You will not do a lot of work to want to redeem your name. So try as much as possible to satisfy your client, satisfy them with information, satisfy them with what they want, satisfy them with everything. Tackle all their objections, and they will put their money down. When they put their money down, you will close the sale. Congratulations. Then lastly, do not celebrate until a client has shown you the receipt of his transaction. Sometimes you might satisfy the client, give him all the information, give him everything. They tell you that, okay, I will pay. Say, I'm paying now, I'm doing the transfer now, but they don't end up transferring. So do not celebrate. So until you see the alert, that's when you can celebrate. Right? Already my kingdom here. See you in the next one.
This sound is going around the world. Angels of favor are going to be released as these sounds are listened to all around the globe. Favor, 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 favor like a shield. Favor, he surrounds me like a shield.